This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Good evening, I'm Rafael Sanchez, and now at 7, a heat wave on the horizon. Heat and humidity really kicking into high gear starting tomorrow, and it may last through the weekend. Let's check in right now with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory with the latest. Kevin, it's hot.
It's hot, and it will get hotter, and it's the duration of the event. That's why you can call it a heat wave, and the overnight temperatures only backing off into the mid-70s. High tomorrow, 93. Close to the record high Friday of 98. Temperatures still steaming hot over the weekend. It's the combination with the humidity that really creates the issues. It will feel like 108 on Friday. Still triple-digit heat index values over the weekend with just a small chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Guarantee you've seen rain in Hancock County. We'll zoom in here. This is heavy rainfall just to the south of 70 now from New Pal to Greenfield, crossing State Road 9, headed toward Morristown and into portions then of northern Shelby County. Heavy rainfall, some lightning, also eastern portions of the state in Wayne County, just to the southwest of Richmond and southeast of Winchester, some heavy rainfall. Temperatures first thing in the morning will already be in the mid-70s, mid-80s by noon. Afternoon temperature tomorrow, 93 degrees. The chance for thunderstorms, just 20%. As you look at the day ahead, there are the temperatures that zoom into the 90s. We'll talk about Friday and the weekend coming up.
Now at 7, the Indianapolis Indians and their food service provider say they've corrected health code violations at the ballpark. Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny uncovered those citations, some critical, meaning they could make you sick. She joins us now from Victory Field.
When you come to Victory Field, chances are you're worried about staying cool in the heat and drinking water. But the health department says you should also be concerned about the temperature of your food. At a routine inspection on June 12th, the Marion County Public Health Department issued 8 violations to Victory Field, 3 of them critical, meaning the most likely to get you sick. Those critical violations include an employee who did not wash hands after being on a cell phone, hot dogs not held to a hot enough temperature. They're supposed to be kept at least 135 degrees, and the use of an unapproved igloo cooler. Non-critical violations include an employee not wearing proper hair restraints. The health department says these types of violations can lead to people getting sick.
We're finding more and more that cell phones are coming into play, people handling cell phones, taking a call when they're also prepping food, or they might have gloves on, and we all know that our cell phones have a lot of bacteria on them. So we wanted to be careful that if someone needs to make a call, they will take the gloves off, take their call, wash their hands, and then put more clean gloves on.
Stadiums like Victory Field, Lucas Oil, and Baker's Life are typically inspected every 6 months as a surprise inspection. The health department will also investigate if they get a complaint. You can look up inspection reports for any food establishment on the Marion County Health Department website. The Indianapolis Indians declined to be interviewed on camera, but told us that all of these issues were corrected either on site or immediately after. Working for you in Indianapolis, Kara Kenny, RTV6.
We also reached out to Victory Field's food service provider, Aramark, and they told us in a statement that the well-being of our fans is a top priority. We take food safety very seriously, and we work closely with our partners on an ongoing basis to ensure the food served at Victory Field is of the highest quality and served in the safest environments. A 5-year-old girl has died. Another little girl is fighting for her life after they fell into a pond in Boone County. Investigators have just released new information in this tragic case. When crews arrived at the pond just before noon, family members were performing CPR on both girls. The little girl who died was 5-year-old Ariana Aliff. The 3-year-old taken to the hospital, we're told, is in critical condition, is a foster child staying with Ariana's family. The drowning remains under investigation tonight. The father of a 15-year-old boy killed in a car crash during a police chase last year is suing the police departments in Kokomo and the town of Battleground. Travis Abston Jr. died in a two-car crash in Kokomo last September during that police chase. The chase started after a battleground police officer claimed Abston had a gun and was planning on carrying out a school shooting. Now Abston's father has filed a suit claiming the officer made up the story about the gun and that Kokomo police, in his words, engaged a pattern of misinformation. The former Johnson County prosecutor is sentenced in a domestic violence case just as his replacement officially steps into that job. In a plea agreement, Bradley Cooper received 540 days of supervised probation and paid a $50 fine and resigned his office. The sentencing took place in Hancock County. Back in March, Johnson County Sheriff's deputies were called to Cooper's home where they found a woman whose right eye was swollen and bruised. In court, Cooper apologized to the victim. Then about an hour after Cooper's courtroom appearance, former Chief Deputy Prosecutor Joe Villanueva was sworn in as the new Johnson County prosecutor. He had been serving as the acting prosecutor until today. A former Monroe County official will spend 8 years in federal prison for child pornography possession. Hans Hoffman was sentenced today to 8 years as well as 10 years supervised release following prison. He must also register as a sex offender. Federal prosecutors say that he had more than 200,000 images of child pornography, including toddlers. Hoffman served as chief deputy auditor in Monroe County from 2017 through 2018. And before that, he was the chief deputy treasurer in Monroe County. New at 7, a surveillance photo sent to us by Lafayette Police. Investigators hope you can help identify a man who tried to rob a woman last month. The attempted robbery happened on June the 22nd. This in the 600 block of North Street. A woman told police she was walking home from work when a man walked up to her from behind and tried to steal her purse. A witness intervened and that man ran off without the purse. If you recognize this man, you're asked to call Lafayette Police tonight. New at 7, the Indianapolis Fire Department taking quick action after an email with personal employee information was mistakenly sent to the department's administration team. The email contained names and unredacted Social Security numbers of many IFD employees, including Fire Chief Ernest Malone. This all happened on July the 10th. The department says it's offering free credit monitoring services to employees as a precaution, though it's not required by state law. The department is also reviewing this incident to prevent it from happening again. Marion County Sheriff's deputies are getting a pay raise. The salaries for deputies and detention deputies will go up by 3%. That's happening on August the 1st. Now, the raises come as the Sheriff's Office tries to keep its staff despite low pay. A recent report showed the county's agency workers are paid 21% below the rate of surrounding counties. Sheriff Kerry Forrestal says he hopes the pay increase will help get more people in the doors.
We train them and somebody else hires them, so we continue to do that. You can go out to Morgan County and make $12,000 more. You can go out to Shelby County and have 1/10 the number of phone calls that you take as a dispatcher. You're going to take that advantage. And we train them, give them all the expert training, which makes it easier for another county.
And so consider this number of the 126 people hired by the Sheriff's Office since the beginning of this year. 76 either quit or were fired. With a 3% pay raise, the starting salary for sheriff's deputies will be slightly more than $36,000 a year. A woman called RTV6 for help after she says her ceiling has been leaking, as you can see, for months. Despite her constant pleas to the landlord to fix it, Phyllis Alexander gets assistance through Section 8 housing and lives in a one-floor duplex that's managed by Supreme Property Management on the city's northeast side.
Try as much as stay out of there so I don't inhale that mold, but you can pretty much smell it when you come in the house.
Phyllis believes the leak in her kitchen stems from a problem with the roof. We took her concerns to the managers, and they say they've been out several times before, and they've done patchwork to repair the leak. But now they say they've decided to replace the roof completely. They tell us they're getting bids on who will do the work in the future. We'll keep checking on any updates. Remember, if you have any problems that are impacting your life and can't get anyone to answer your questions, or you need help, let us know. Send us an email at workingforyou@rtv6.com. The Speedway Farmers Market is on the move again. Starting tomorrow, it will return to Main Street. It will be behind the monument at 11th and Main Streets next to Charlie Brown's restaurant. We're told that patrons can park at Charlie Brown's. The market is held every Thursday from 4 to 7:30. The market was on Main Street its first year. It moved last year to a church on Crawfordsville Road. Have a good time with that. On hot days like this, fans can offer some relief, especially if you don't have an AC. But tonight, some experts say fans should not be your only method of cooling off. But first, let's check in with Kevin.
A downpour will cool you off just for a bit, but it adds to the humidity from just the east side of Indy down to New Palestine, south of Greenfield to Morristown. This is headed into Shelby County. Show you some other thunderstorms and concentrate on temperatures next.
On RTV6 News.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Dramatic testimony on Capitol Hill today. Lawmakers heard from family members of victims killed in the Boeing 737 MAX plane crashes. Those families urging stricter regulations. More now from ABC's Marcy Gonzalez.
They are images of heart-wrenching loss and the human toll of what Paul Giroga calls Boeing's negligence.
My wife and my mom-in-law knew they were going to die. They had to somehow comfort the children during those final moments, knowing they were all their last.
Giroga's wife and all 3 children, as well as his mother-in-law, among the 157 people killed when Ethiopia Airlines Flight 302 crashed in March minutes after takeoff. Giroga testifying before the House Aviation Subcommittee, urging stricter FAA regulations and accusing Boeing of putting profit over safety by allowing the 737 MAX to fly with a major software glitch believed to have contributed to the Ethiopia crash and a Lion Air crash in Indonesia just months earlier.
If Boeing's wrongful conduct continues, another plane will dive to the ground, killing me, you, or your children. It is you who must be the leaders in this fight for aviation safety in the world.
All 737 MAXs have been grounded since March. Boeing says it's fixed the software issue, but has since found new problems. The plane's now possibly being kept out of service into next year. The company's CEO says in a statement, "We have the utmost sympathy for the loved ones of those on board, pledging $50 million to the families of victims from both crashes."
Giroga calls that a press relations strategy, saying he's never received a personal apology. He's filed a lawsuit against Boeing. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
It is a sign of the times. All Delta planes will now be stocked with Narcan starting this fall. Delta says it will improve its onboard emergency responses. Spraying Narcan into an overdosing person's nostrils can save their life in seconds. It comes just as a week after a man reportedly overdosed and died in the bathroom during a flight. Last year, a flight attendant union asked the FAA to require Narcan on board all flights. With the heat expected to enter that danger zone over the next several days here in Indiana, people who don't have air conditioners will likely scramble for fans to keep their homes cool. But some health experts say fans are not always your friends in extreme temperatures. They say fans don't remove the humidity. They move air over your skin, evaporating most moisture more quickly than usual.
When it evaporates into an already saturated humid environment, there's not a lot of room for that sweat to go. So you're basically pulling more water out.
So let's be clear about this. No one is saying you should not use fans. They're better than having nothing at all. But experts suggest that fans should be combined with other ways of staying cool, such as cold showers, cold drinks, cold compresses on your neck and under your armpits. They say those areas can help cool the blood flow a bit. So keep that in mind as you try to keep cool during the next couple of days, as we are now experiencing a heat wave. And we use those kinds of words, Kevin. It's serious. You normally just don't say heat wave. This is serious business.
Yeah, if you don't have air conditioning, one thing you want to do definitely is keep blinds closed, limit any of the sunlight coming in. That'll keep things a little bit cooler. Many of you flash back to 2012 or 2015. 2015 is the last time that we had heat index values in the triple digits. Then in 2012 was the last time we had actual high temperatures in the triple digits. In this case, we're just talking about the heat index. It's that combination of humidity and temperature that will make this quite a stretch. As you look from the Great Lakes all the way down down to the Gulf Coast. Heat expanding and will influence much of the country. I show you this kind of busy, but the records are the big numbers. We'll only be close to a record high, it looks like, on Friday. 98, the record, the predicted high, 96. I just want to show you the heat wave breaks early next week. 86 Monday, we'll be down into the lower 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. The humidity will drop as well. That's the refreshing end to the 7-day forecast. It's the beginning. It's the first 4 days that will be uncomfortable. Western half of the state, not much happening. A pop-up shower around. This is held together pretty good. The rain out of southern Hancock County into northern Shelby. Then we've got rain just southwest then of Newcastle over toward Richmond. All this diving to the southeast, Morristown, Shelbyville, Rushville. And if you can see this little squiggly line here, the cooler air that rushes out from the thunderstorm right here, it's what we call the outflow boundary. You'll get a quick gust of wind, maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour, but that also may help build another shower or thunderstorm. I think what calms this down this evening will be the setting sun later tonight after 9 o'clock. 87 in Muncie, while it's 88 in a number of spots. Peru, Lafayette, Terre Haute, and also Columbus, anywhere in the metro area. In the east side, temperatures are in the upper 70s because of the rain, while it's 87 in Plainfield. Through the evening hours, isolated thunderstorms will end, will be slow to cool. 81 at 10 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, into the 90s, the heat index value will make it feel more like 105 or warmer, and the chance for thunderstorms just 20%, but that's one thing as you look at the 7-day planner that may help cool you off temporarily Saturday or Sunday. A little better chance Sunday and Monday for thunderstorms, and then it feels a whole lot better Tuesday and Wednesday.
So I used to work in Arizona, where it used to be about 120 degrees, and I know they call it dry heat, but when I think about how hot it gets here, it makes me feel better. Yeah,
I got you.
Thanks, Kevin. That and the AC. Coming up in RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers, a critical need for mechanics in a high-volume field. We go from the classroom to career to see how the need for airplane mechanics is being addressed. Next on the News at 7.
Team Jetta, Tiguan, and select Atlas models.
Hiring Hoosiers is our way of closing the jobs gap and connecting you to jobs and training programs. The need for airplane mechanics is at a critical stage. One study shows that over the next 10 years, North America will need nearly 200,000 people to work on planes. Tonight, a program from the classroom to career hoping to deal with this aviation challenge. The work done in this hangar is at the heart of what keeps the aviation industry on the move. AAR employees provide maintenance and repair services to a number of airline companies at Indianapolis International Airport. To face future challenges and demands, AAR has partnered with Decatur Central High School in Indianapolis.
Absolutely not too young. We really went to focus on this group for a reason. The aviation maintenance technician is in high demand, and in order for us to kind of create, we at AAR need to create technicians because there's not enough of them coming out of traditional A&P routes, the military, and in order to meet that demand, we needed to come up with innovative programs that can grow talent from within.
Students begin on the ground floor as a materials handler, and over the years can rise through the ranks.
I think it's the perfect career choice to get into because it offers the benefits of a lifetime.
It's like the first step to a long journey. I think it's going to be very, very helpful.
I like hands-on learning, and I feel like this would be a good opportunity because I'm not really good with books and stuff, but I can manage with books, but I think this is better for me because you actually get hands-on learning.
The end game, to create a pipeline with local skilled talent.
Hopefully, they'll be employed, stay employed, and be able to continue that pathway.
And how fitting that Decatur Central High School, the home of the Hawks, has found in AAR a place where students' careers can take flight. In the initial stage, 8 Decatur High School students are participating in that pathway program. The starting pay is $15.50 an hour, and eventually the opportunity to earn more money and receive other benefits like tuition reimbursement. You're watching the News at 7, only on RTV6.
These we have the meat.
Gone are the days of the traditional cafeteria food on college campuses. Boiler up, because Purdue is getting ready to open a new food court, and there's no ordinary dining hall we're talking about. With gelato, craft brews, and gourmet food, Kevin Gregory, Aspire at Discovery Park, is set to open in mid-August on the west side of Purdue's campus. Highlighting the food hall is the winner of Top Chef's Season 7. He's opening a restaurant called Sonny and Son's Hot Chicken in that space. And it's back to school time. Students in Perry Township on the city's south side, they go back a week from today. And as you go out shopping for those school supplies, we invite you to join us for the RTV6 Back to School Drive tomorrow on Monument Circle from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're collecting a whole lot of stuff, including spiral notebooks, loose leaf paper, pens, pencils, pocket folders. Come on out tomorrow and join us for all the fun. Kevin?
We'll be in the shade and then come out and greet you and grab the supplies. Any thunderstorms tomorrow will be minimal. The heaviest rain now stretching from, say, just south of Greenfield to around Rushville and Greensburg.
You're guaranteeing that shade?
There's some shade. We'll find it, yes.
We'll see you tonight at 11. Good night.